Just a bunch disrespectful. Bunch of bundle of joys I have here. How's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday. It's a great day. Happy Labor Day. Hope you had a wonderful Labor Day. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. My two guys right here, Brodney and Hendo, we are back. NFL season is back. I'm excited. Are you guys excited?
The only good thing about today is that it's Tuesday and not Monday.
That is true.
Yep.
That's very true. But you know what tomorrow is, right, Hendo?
Yes, it is. Black History Fact Wednesday.
Damn right. Black History Fact Wednesday with LBHT. Let's get it going. Brodney is excited about the show tomorrow. Let's start this show right now.
I can't wait.
I feel we can beat the Browns. We can compete with Baltimore if they have Lamar, and we're right there with them.
That young man put his life on the line for you, for your entertainment.
We were talking all before the game. You know, everyone was like, "Nah, Ravens don't have a shot," and they're right there.
I forgot.
What's going on, everywhere?
Be on here again until you change the intro. So since I'm already here, I'll do the show, but I ain't coming on here again.
It will get changed when I get money. I don't have money right now to get it changed.
It doesn't cost money to change it.
Well, here's the problem. You want to know what the real problem is? It's that man down there. Because when I asked him for the original music, he refuses to give it to me. I can get it changed. No,
I gave you music when you asked for it.
No.
You sure about this?
I have to go. We'll have to go look at the DMs. Sure Let me go look. Let's look at the DMs. I'll look, and I don't have the music though. And it takes money to get someone to edit it. So when I get some money,
you can edit it. You know how to edit.
I do not know how to edit.
You know how to edit. Hendo doesn't do anything but edit.
Deleted it off my computer. But happy Tuesday, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy Labor Day. It was this past weekend. And shout out to my two guys right here, Brodney and Hendo. How was your guys' Labor Day?
It's actually pretty good.
It was unexpected. How was yours?
My Labor Day was, it was okay. It's one of those days. Just kind of didn't do much, you know. I'll tell you what, though, people are not the greatest at tipping on a holiday because I was Ubering, and wow, you want your coffee in 5 minutes, but wanted to give me 50 cents to drive 15 minutes away for your coffee? You ever see those TikToks where people go, "Oh, you don't want to tip me? I'm gonna eat your food." I feel like if you did that to Brodney, he found out, he'd just beat you down.
That stuff is stupid. That's why you shouldn't be tipping until after you get your food.
All right.
Shut up. Do people ever call you when they can't find?
Also, why I tip really well.
But do people ever call you like when you order something and say, "Hey, they're out of it. Do you want me to replace it?" Do they call you?
Listen, I've had a few really good dashers. Like this one woman was at a restaurant where they only spoke Spanish and she didn't speak Spanish, and she was going through it with them, but she got, she communicated and she got my food, right? But I told you about the other guy. We kids were here, ordered Baskin Robbins, and they sent the order. Everything was wrong. And I put in the order again. I went through DoorDash support, and I was like, reorder it. And I got a call from Baskin Robbins, and they're like, "We just sent this order out. Do you need it again?" And I'm like, "You sent the wrong order out." And they were like, "Oh no, I thought they told you. We don't have anything that you ordered, so the DoorDasher just picked all new stuff for you."
And and I bet you it was like, "Hey, we want an ice cream cake. You know what they're gonna get? A banana split."
even
They're like, "I want a shake. You're getting a Sunday.
even my niece was like, "What if I was allergic to something in here?"
Right.
Like, they didn't think about that. Whatever. Anyway,
Craziness.
we don't.
I never lie. I never lie.
You
We
always
don't do
lie.
that.
But you know what? The ball doesn't lie. Them Dodgers were spanking the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's the only baseball we'll be talking about today.
No jinx them, Suge. Shh.
I know.
They're the best team in the league. They can't be jinxed.
I hope not.
All right, so
Hey,
let's get into
attention, though, because I want to see how few wins Chicago ends up with. Because goddamn, I would just quit. I'm not finishing that season.
all right, so
Oh,
all right, so guess what? The
Chicken butt.
NFL chicken butt. There you go. What are we 10? The NFL season is back.
funny.
We are back. It feels like it's been forever since we talked football, and I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. I know Hendo's excited because he gets the first game of the season this Thursday.
Let's go.
You guys get the first game.
Hendo's actually going to be at the game.
You're gonna be at the game, Hendo?
No, I'll be at the game.
Here he is. That's why he
There he
called
is.
out right there.
I work at a Ray. I'm not gonna be at the
First
game.
off, the game's on Thursday. It's not Friday.
I know.
No,
but
I'm
he's
off on
old, so
Friday.
He can't be out that.
Oh,
late.
you're right. You're smart. So he can drink on Thursday and doesn't have to go to work.
I don't think I'm gonna drink, but yeah.
All that Patreon money sending in.
What Patreon? I don't even do live streams. What? You don't care about me?
Patreon's not for live. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. All right, so we're gonna get into our individual team games, but out of the games that we have scheduled for the first week, which one are you most excited for? We got Ravens, Chiefs, Packers, Eagles, Panthers, Saints, Vikings, Giants, Patriots, Bengals, Steelers, Falcons, Texas Colts, Cardinals, Bills, Titans, Bears, Jaguars, Dolphins, Broncos, Seahawks, Raiders, Chargers, Cowboys versus the Browns, Commanders versus the Bucks, Rams versus the Lions, and 49ers versus the Jets.
Packers, Eagles.
Packers, Eagles. Okay.
It's gotta be the first two. I think those are the two best games outside of the third, the opening games, the Thursday and Friday. It's probably the Rams and the Lions.
I was thinking Colts, Texans. I want to see what that's about. I want to see if CJ Stroud can continue to do his thing.
Ass whooped is what that one's about.
Oh, it's Packers, Eagles. The NFL decided.
You sound
stadium
oriented.
I'm disoriented. The Packers, Eagles, because the NFL decided that we're going to send two teams to wear green to a place where they don't like people to wear green. So I want to see how that unfolds.
Why don't they like people wear green, Endo?
I don't know, but that's something that they said. But you send two teams out there to wear green. Viva la resistance!
I didn't know that. Well,
Yeah.
that's gonna be interesting.
Dolphins,
Jags. Dolphins Jags, I think, is going to be an interesting game. It's kind of excited to see that one. I'm excited to obviously see my Steelers, see what they can do.
Yes.
But we will get into pick'ems, and we're going to keep track this year and see who comes out the champion. And if I can do it, I may, between the three of us, get a trophy for whoever wins.
What do you mean, like this year? We kept track before, and I won.
I came in like doing it.
But there's a couple weeks we didn't do it. Remember, like you were busy. Hendo disappeared,
and Suge was clearly in last place.
So
Suge was clearly in last place.
He's like, so we're gonna keep track.
We did the same number of games, and I won.
But we're starting a new trend this year, so
all right, whatever.
Yeah, we're new trend. But all right, let's start off with the first team. We're gonna do Panthers. Rodney, give us your Panthers record prediction for the season.
Okay. Well, if you saw our early and reckless record prediction that we did a few months ago, I said 10-7 and division champions for the Carolina Panthers, division champions of the NFC South, garbage ass division. So up through the free agency and training camp and preseason, I have adjusted my prediction. I'm going down 9-8 division champs.
Okay, one game difference. I like it. And how about you? What do you think the Panthers' record's going to be?
I'm gonna give them that 10-7. They pull out that one miracle game. 10-7 division champs. Let's go.
Nice. Division champs. All right. I am gonna go with I'm gonna go with D-Weezy. I think it's gonna be 8 wins, 8 and 9. I think I think that Bryce Young's gonna make very big strides this year. And I think they're gonna have a lot of close games. But I think their lack of experience is gonna catch up to them in some of these games. So, but I think an 8 and 9 season is gonna be very good. Don, see what's going on. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Ooh, Jeremy Miller coming in hard. 5 and 12.
Racist ass Jeremy.
Is it because they're in the South, Jeremy? Is that what it is? Be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. What is the outlook? Wow, they just coming in on you guys. 6 and 11.
Always
First of all, Buck, we didn't say Arizona.
That's 5 games too high for Arizona, right?
Wow.
Arizona might win too.
Just give us your overall hopes, or at least just going into game 1 against the Saints. What you hope to see, Brodney, and what you hope that will carry on in the rest of the season.
You want to see a functional offense, which they didn't have last season. You want to see Bryce Young upright for 4 quarters, which you didn't see last season. The O-line has got to come together. You want to see a step forward for Jonathan Mingo. You want to see Xavier Legette. Not that he has to come out in his first game ever and be great, but I want to see him get out there, get his feet wet, maybe make a play or two. I think the defense is going to be what it is. Not a whole lot of talent on that side of the ball, but they have a really good defensive coordinator. I think that as the season rolls on, after 4 weeks, they're going to get Jonathan Brooks, their second round pick, the running back out of Texas, back off the PUP list. I think that they should be into a nice rhythm by then, and then possibly getting back a guy who may be the best player on the offense. We'll give him a boost going through the middle of the season. But it's going to be a struggle. They are a. It's funny because we think about them as a rebuilding team and an inexperienced team, but they are like the 5th oldest group of starters in the NFL. That part's not great. Shout out to Adam Thielen. But I think that if they can keep Bryce Young upright and let him, do what he does, they're going to be much improved.
Absolutely. I think if Bryce Young is able to take a step forward, especially with this team, I think they'll be moving in a positive direction. Hendo, do you want to follow up on anything? Any follow up on any of that, or any thoughts?
He pretty much said it all. The only thing that I'm really looking forward to is them actually protecting Bryce Young, because you don't want him to get that Derek Carr syndrome of him David Carr syndrome of him getting beat the hell down and just losing all of his confidence. So hopefully they can protect him, and we get another year. Adam Thielen, 1,000-yard dude. Like, come on, Grandpa, let's go out there for all the 50-year-olds in the NFL. Let's see that man do it.
He ain't hitting 1,000 yards this year.
He probably ain't. But I want to see Deontay Johnson actually step up and become a number 1 wide receiver and kind of lose that attitude that he had in Pittsburgh, his lackadaisical attitude, and actually care. Yeah.
There you go. Davon is all in on Bryce Young.
Well, why don't you go be all in on trading me Trenton Simpson, Davon? How about that?
What?
Here we go again. Already talking about trades. All right, let's keep it rolling because we do have a blind ranking, and it's pretty long. So I think this one's gonna be fun.
No. No, we're not doing that tonight. Next week, we're gonna give you the blind ranking. You're gonna be on the other side of it. All right. It sucks
Sure.
being on the side.
Sure. But you guys are gonna like this one. I think you're gonna have fun with this one.
Hey, Bradley.
All right.
Hey, Bradley. Before you came on, Suge was like, "We're gonna make this real quick."
I'm trying to run through it.
Now that you're here, he's like, "Let's take our time." That's really disrespectful. Right. It's really disrespectful.
You know all about
on Trenton when you scooped up Bryce Young in every league. Hell on my face. All right, let's go Ravens. Let's go.
All right, let's go with Ravens. Hendo.
It was
give me your record prediction for the Ravens for this year.
Record prediction for the Ravens: 11-6, first in the division or second. Depends on if Joe Burrow can stay healthy and Jamal Chase decides he wants to show up. But 11-6, they'll make the playoffs.
Rodney.
As always, Hendo is one off. They are, in fact, going 10-7, finishing second in the division, possibly third, but I'm going with second. And I think they sneak into the playoffs in disappointing fashion.
Ouch.
I don't want to show my bias. So I'm going to say...
And give an unbiased answer, sure.
So I'm going to say 10-7.
Surprise.
Winning the division.
Ew. You think the division gonna be that bad?
I think the division. I don't think
they're gonna be 8-9. And that
no, I didn't.
Fourth place in the division last year had 9 wins.
I think. Well, we'll get into Pittsburgh. I think they win the division 10-7.
I thought you didn't want to show your bias.
Right.
How am I showing my bias?
Because you want to be real. You want to be real and say 12-5. You want to say 12-5. That's what you really.
They're not winning. They're not winning 12 games. I think Raven fans are delusional about Derrick Henry. They're delusional about their wide receiver core, and they're absolutely delusional about their offensive line.
First of all,
and I think and hot take, I think Roquan Smith's going to be worse than what he was last year. I don't think he's going to be as good.
Funny to hear a Steelers fan talking about offensive line.
And your starting guards is not playing, so
we'll see what happens. Hey, let's see what happens.
What's up, Jared?
What's up, Jared?
So this is a AFC Championship rematch. Hendo, what do you want to see in this game Thursday from your team and moving forward to give you a hope of getting a 12-5 record or a Super Bowl berth?
This offensive line that get Lamar killed. That's all I want to see. I don't care if we want to lose the game. I just want to see the offensive line be cohesive and actually show signs that they can possibly be good. Because when, and Suge, as Ravens fans, they can be a little bit delusional. But when you have Ravens fanatics and actual Ravens website saying, what the is this team doing in offensive line? It's a problem. Like when people are literally like, yo, this is the dumbest plan I've ever seen. And then you have others like, oh no, he had a plan. We'll be good with the line next year. Well, what about this year? We want to go to the Super Bowl this year. You don't know what's going to happen next year. So as long as they can protect Lamar and the offense can show that they made some progress from last year, I'll be fine with it. Derrick Henry, I'm not expecting him to be King Henry. He can be Prince Henry, but as long as his offensive line is good.
Probably going to be I think it's probably going to be court jester Henry.
I doubt that.
I don't think you can go backwards like that. You go from Prince to King. It doesn't go the other direction. Once you're King and you lose it, that means you're dead.
This is like the Game of Thrones spinoff, the House of Dragons.
I watch that bullshit.
Exactly my point. Nobody watched that.
Some people watched it. They're mad. You know what? Nobody watched was The Acolyte, apparently.
I watched
season 2.
I watched The Acolyte. I watched like the first 4 episodes. And
I watched like 1.5.
After I woke up like 5 times, then I was like, I don't know. And I don't even feel it. I don't even want to finish it. I'm so stupid.
It's so just.
You think it was a good? Was it a good show, Suge?
I didn't watch it. Well, I watched some of it. I ain't gonna lie. I watched some of it, but it
was boring.
Star Wars. Okay, well, hold up. I know we're going way off topic. Star Wars ain't my thing. It's never been my thing.
Why
I've
it pissed
said
you
that.
off, Don?
Because it was the direction of the whole show was just terrible.
See, this is why we're gonna have another show talking about nerd stuff because
No, we
we're gonna go off
not.
topic.
We are. Suge and whomever, they're gonna have this show.
Because Hendo, he doesn't show up when I ask him to.
You didn't ask me to show up.
Every time you do that, I think
Where the
somebody
fuck-
came in here, and I'm like, "Who's coming in here?
All right.
Oh,
Where-
okay.
And why does
Where-
that say Otani?"
Oh no, that's my because I was on
Sit down.
shout out to D-Backs Dispatch, and I came in like this.
Hey,
He was with the
It was boring.
Hey,
Yeah,
Don.
that it was.
Hey Don, where am I at right now? For somebody that doesn't show up when they ask him.
That's what I said. You show up when I ask you.
That's not what you said.
That's what I said. All right, let's move to the Steelers. For me, I'll start off with the Steelers. I believe they're also going to go 10-7, and either get part of the division or the wild card. Yeah, I think they'll make the wild card, and I think they will get past the wild card round into the divisional round. Right? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll make it a close game, but it depends on who we're playing.
Cleveland.
I think Cleveland's going to be shit. I think Cleveland's going to finish fourth this year,
People said that last year.
and they almost did if it wasn't for
But
small
they did.
hands. But they didn't. You're right. But neither did we. So we're okay. All right, Hendo,
Yo,
prediction for the Steelers, please.
9-8. And I would give you guys a little bit higher if you didn't have the offensive line issues. And I believe if you started Justin Fields, I just think overall that would be better long term for your team. But since you decided you want to go with Russell Wilson and the fact that Jalen Warren is injured, I think that's going to hurt y'all a little bit and cost y'all a game or two.
Rodney?
I'm going 9-8 as well. I think it's crazy that the only people who don't know that Najee Harris should be benched are the people who work for the Steelers and have the power to bench him. It's wild. The O-line, I think, is going to take a little while to gel. And I had to say, I'm not feeling the Russell Wilson thing at this point. You didn't get the Brandon Ayuk deal done. Now you're looking at Van Jefferson like that's not acceptable. That's not an acceptable
Backup plan.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's not good contingency.
No, it's not. It's not. So I'm going 9-8, and I don't think that's going to be good enough to make it, unfortunately.
Haters. No, that's valid points. Okay. Chat says Brandon Buck goes with the 9-8. 8-9. He's laughing at Van Jefferson. I mean, but who do the Ravens have? Bateman? Sure.
I mean, he's better than Matt Jefferson at this point.
Is he though?
Yeah,
Is he though?
he is. Yeah,
Matt Jefferson had like 200 yards last year.
We'll see. We'll
And-
see. Well, how many did they have last year?
But there's a clear difference between Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson. So
I know, but how many yards did Bateman have last year?
he had
I don't know,
367. 367 with one touchdown.
That's an angry man that he knows that to the yard. He probably
All
knows
right.
the pitches and targets too.
No, I don't
Yeah.
because I refuse.
Let's get into the week one pick'ems. We're going to be keeping track, and at the end of the year, winner
God,
gets a trophy.
When you say we, you mean you, right?
Yeah, I'll keep track. Sure, bro.
All
No,
right.
you're going to keep track.
Let's do it.
No, you're going to
Let's
keep.
do
You're
it.
going to keep track.
I'm not keeping track. I'll tell you that
You're
right
going to
now.
keep track. You're going to keep track.
If I'm keeping track, I'm going
You know he's
16
gonna cheat.
every week.
You know he's gonna cheat.
Every week.
Give me a freaking cheater.
And
All right, hold on. Let me get a notepad real quick.
fucking like Hendo, you got notepads. You have a computer.
That's what I'm putting it on the computer.
All right, cool.
All right. And your name always says it's spelled wrong. It's not, but whatever.
It's not a name. It's one of them Star Wars names.
So disrespectful.
How's it disrespectful? It's like Lando.
All right. First game of the week.
Star Wars.
And chat, if you'd like to chime in, let us know who you got. All right, first game of the week.
You know
we
who to
have
check.
real quick, Star Drew. What's up?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I was about to be mad that he misspelled my name, but then he called you Raven Guy.
Raven Guy. I have Google Docs. All right, Rodney. Baltimore versus Kansas City. Who do you got?
We got Kansas City. Easy.
Mm-hmm. Woo. And who you got?
All right, Kansas City.
I like this reverse psychology. I'm gonna go Kansas City also. All right. Green Bay, Philadelphia. Also, yes, just a real quick update. My son hurt his knee going down the stadium stairs in the football field. Cut it open and a piece of tendon taken out.
He's fine. No.
He's fine.
Piece of tendon.
That doesn't sound like he's fine.
All right.
It's like on the side of his knee. But it says Lily's talking to him right now. You might have to get stitches. So.
Yeah, I would think so.
His tendon hanging out his leg.
Not like it's a piece of meat. It's a piece of meat. So he's not.
He lost some skin.
Yeah, he lost some skin. Yeah,
he lost no tendon. If he lost a tendon, you would just be hanging out talking to Lily.
Right.
He's fine. He's fine.
Yes,
he's fine.
Yeah, we'll feel better, Ben.
Yeah. All right. Matt D's got the Chiefs. Yeah, appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody. All right. Green Bay, Philadelphia. Hendo, who do you got?
Give me Philadelphia.
Got the Philly. All right. Bronny.
Yeah, I'm taking the fraud Jalen Hurts.
Wow.
Led by Saquon Barkley, who the Ravens should have signed.
Facts.
I am also taking Philly. We got some.
Just biting.
Packers. Matt taking the Packers.
Man, I could see that too. So
he has a bone sticking out. He'll be fine. Yeah, he's fine. It's just a flesh wound. Right. It's just a flesh wound. He's fine.
Let's push it back in.
Yeah, that's fine. I did the same thing as a kid. I cut it to the bone. We're fine. Yeah.
But you 5'3" now.
I'm taller than 5'3", asshole.
Are you?
I hate you.
I saw that picture so you standing next to Ben. You wouldn't know.
Trust me, I am taller than 5. I am bigger than 5'3".
Nah, because I saw Ben standing next to the other players on his team, and he ain't no taller than 5'6". And then I saw you standing next to him, and you ain't no taller than 5'3".
I am 5'7". Get out of here. All right. I hate you. I hate you so much. Endo, Steelers at Atlanta. Who you got?
Not to be funny, I'm going with Atlanta. Atlanta got a team with offense, and their defense isn't bad. So yeah,
Rodney, who you got?
Yeah, I think I went with Atlanta as well in this one. For similar reasons. Actually, no, I picked the Steelers.
Would you like to change it, or you want to go Atlanta?
No, I'll go Steelers. You can't trust Atlanta. That's the thing. You can never trust Kirk.
That is true. But it's the first game. Kirk wants to give a good impression to let them down the rest of the year.
He don't care about a good impression after they drafted his replacement in the top 10. Second.
Man,
ouch.
Yeah, you're right too.
Ouch. Man, this is tough. Steelers with Russell Wilson over the Falcons. Thank you, Star Drew. Thank you for showing some.
It was a question. It wasn't a statement. It was a question.
In prime time. All right.
There, Brandon.
The garbage Arizona Cardinals versus the Buffalo Bills. Like, is this even worth watching?
Buffalo by 30.
Yeah. That's the over.
Buffalo by 40.
Oh, wow. Wow. Easy, the Bills. Hendo, you got Buffalo?
Of course.
Want to make sure?
Nobody trusts Arizona. Unless they playing the
Wanna make
Cowboys.
sure.
Unless they playing the Cowboys. Then I trust them.
All right, let's move on to the next game. Tennessee at Chicago. Caleb Williams getting his first start and first win.
Yep.
Sorry, Brodney. Go ahead. My bad,
against
Brodney.
Chicago with the plethora of weapons that they've provided for Caleb Williams that they did not for Justin Fields. Yes, I think they light it up against Tennessee.
All right.
That's right.
We have New
Carolina
England
Bears
at Cincinnati.
Asshole. I'm going to take Cincinnati in this one, even though I feel like Joe Burrow doesn't care about playing football. But New England is trying and is still terrible. So, yeah.
I know.
Give me the natty.
Wait, is that New England?
No, Cincinnati.
Natty.
Oh, natty. I forgot you from out west. You don't.
Well, no, because I was like, I think FSU is out of the national championship already.
That was a terrible pivot, but okay.
I rather enjoyed it.
I know you did.
You see that? You see that meme, Brodney? Octagon, hexagon, season gone. That's you.
He doesn't look like he's enjoying the laughing at his team.
Oh, I don't care about
I
that.
offered you a one season pass.
And listen, I knew they were going to be terrible. I didn't think they were going to be this terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully, this is going to get me a new head coach.
Hopefully, in both of your squads, right? Ravens and the FSU.
Fuck yeah, both of them. Give me 2 new head coaches. That would make my year.
All right, Houston, Indianapolis. Brodney.
Taking Houston and CJ Stroud. I think that Indianapolis is a talented team, but it's not. They're not going to have enough. They're not going to be ready to beat Houston in week 1.
Hendo.
Yeah, I'm going to take the should have been number one overall CJ Stroud and Indy. I don't trust Anthony Richardson to stay healthy. I think Joe Flacco is going to lead this team for most of the year. So yeah, give me Houston.
All right, I'll also be taking the Texans. I want to see what CJ Stroud does. We're really excited to see what he does.
You know what CJ Stroud about to do? Take this league a new one.
All right, Jacksonville, Miami. Hendo.
It's going to be Miami. You can't trust the Prince. You can't trust him. His team was 8-3 last year, and they just lost everything. Missed the playoffs. So, I don't trust Tua, but he's got more weapons. But he has no defense. Give me Miami.
And Brodney?
Yeah, taking Miami fairly easy in this one as well. I mean, it's Tyreek and Jalen.
Sure.
And it's Jacksonville.
Oh, I got Jalen. Yeah.
Hey, congratulations, asshole.
But don't be surprised if the Jags win. All right, we'll see.
I will be surprised, though. What are you going to do about it?
All right. The eventual NFC South champs in Carolina versus New Orleans. Who you got?
This is a very fortunate scheduling because they're getting New Orleans before Spencer Rattler takes over as a starting quarterback. So they're getting Derek Carr, which is going to lead to that. I'm going to say a 4-point win.
Oh.
We'll say 21-17.
Okay. So Panthers for Brodney. How about you say, Hendo?
Listen, New Orleans is still led by Dennis Allen and Derek Carr. So that's all that needs to be said. Plus, I saw a pass from Bryce Young during practice. They're going to score 30. They're going to score 30 points.
All right, Panthers. I have New Orleans hanging 35 points on the Panthers. Wow. I'm taking New Orleans.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Matt. Only real ones in the chat.
He does that on purpose. That's right.
All right. Minnesota at Ferris's New York Giants. Hendo.
Let's see. Give me Minnesota.
You taking the Vikes?
That's what the coin told me. You never go against the coin.
Taking Minnesota confidently. This is going to be Sam Darnold's awakening game. He's going to go for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. They're going to beat the hell out of New York. And then next week, he's going to be Sam Darnold again.
New York has defense, though.
Do they?
A little bit.
You know what? Shout out to my best friend Ferris. I'm going New York Giants.
Okay.
The quarterback grew a beard to try and prove to everybody he's serious.
He did. He's like, I'm not that Daniel Jones. Look at
All right. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the LA not Cholos Chargers. Who you got, Hendo?
Lord knows I hate a hardball, but Vegas has a private quarterback. They don't have one. So I'm going with the Chargers.
You never heard of Gardner Minshew?
Oh, okay. He did beat the Ravens last year.
Sure did. Bronny.
Well, Hendo is wrong, as always. The Raiders have a problem at everything but wide receiver and tight end, I think. So the Chargers are going to win. They're going to win easy.
Wait a minute. No, well, they got Max Crosby, and they just signed. Didn't they sign what's his face? Wilkins from Miami.
Yeah.
But they don't have.
They also signed Chandler Jones, right?
Yeah, they don't have linebackers or really a secondary. But
I'm sorry, they do have Divine Diablo. Okay, he's on my roster, and he's going to be scoring points for me. But I was talking about mainly on offense there. But
I ain't got nothing on offense.
Zamir White, shout out to you. Really, really hope you can come through since I'm leaning on you in one league. Don't really believe in it, but that's all right. It's just week 1. Justin Herbert's gonna tear up that defense.
Yeah, he is.
All right. We got the Broncos.
Wait a minute. You didn't pick shit.
I'm taking the Chargers. Sorry. Let's go with Adelia's Denver Broncos versus Seattle Seahawks.
Hendo. Oh, goddamn, bro. You going to go with the pause and then say Hendo when I start to talk? It's like that?
Sorry. My bad.
I mean, shit. Bo Nix, Geno Smith. Ugh, that's a tough one.
Hater.
Ugh. You know what? Seattle has Kenneth Walker, and they have those wide receivers. 3 wide receivers. I'm going with Seattle, in spite of Geno Smith.
In spite. Ouch. Rodney.
Taking Denver in the upset. The Bo Nix to Troy Franklin connection is alive and well. They will connect for 1 pass in this game because Troy Franklin is not a starter, but it's going to be an important pass. All right. Not saying they're going to score. He could score, but I'm not guaranteeing that. I'm just saying it's going to be an important one.
See, he don't believe in Geno either.
I believe in Geno.
All right. I am gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Denver. I'm gonna go with Bo Nix. All right. Here we go. It's the doo-doo championship between Dallas and the Cleveland Browns. So which piece of turd are you picking, Bronny?
I had been leaning Cleveland, but ever since I got Jalen Tolbert at the very end of our last draft, I'm leaning Dallas. I think Cleveland's a better roster overall, and I think they take the week 1 win.
All right, so you got the doo-doos. How about you, Mr. Hendo?
Cleveland, easily.
Ooh,
I'll never believe in Dallas. Choke artist.
You have
they lost to Drew Lock in the Broncos.
You have Caleb just swinging for air right now.
I'm saying they lost to Drew Lock in the Broncos. Lost me a championship. Screw them dudes.
All right, I'm gonna take the Browns also. Buck's taking Dallas. Obviously, Jeremy's taking Dallas. Drew Browns have a good defense. Ooh, Jared's taking the Cowboys also. Tom Brady's first color commentator. I don't really think we.
Wait. Why you had to throw the word color in there?
I don't think we should call him a color commentator.
I mean, you know, he can turn red and he can turn green.
Guaranteed
turn blue.
I ain't watching that game.
I'm not watching it
All
either.
right. We got the Washington Commanders versus Tampa Bay. Rodney.
This is one Tampa Bay should win, but I'm taking Washington. I think Jaden Daniels has a big debut, and they get a close win.
Endo?
I'm from Baltimore. You never pick anything DC.
Going Bucks. All right. I'm gonna take Washington also. I'll go Washington. All right.
Hater.
The LA Rams versus the Detroit Lions. Who you got? Endo, sorry.
Matthew Stafford is not as good as people say he is. He's been regressing ever since he won that Super Bowl. And Detroit's been on a heater. I'm going with Detroit.
Going with the Lions. Rodney.
I am going with the Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs is healthy and ready to go. You know, they've got David Montgomery, they've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, they've got Sam Laporta. They swear to God that Jameson Williams can play football. So we'll see. But I think that they're going to outscore Detroit or the Rams.
Lions, Detroit, first Rams team without Aaron Donald. Yep. All right, and the Monday night game.
Who did you pick, Suge?
I am taking Detroit. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, because I want you to come back later and be like, yeah, I picked that team that won.
Mm-hmm.
And the Monday night game, the return of Bronny's favorite player, Aaron Rodgers. Will his season last longer than it did last year? We will find out.
It's gonna last 6
Bronny, who you got?
I have the 49ers. New York
Jets.
I mean, I don't even like the 49ers. I can't stand picking Brock Purdy to win, but Aaron Rodgers is an evil that we must come together to defeat. And it starts Monday night with a fairly low scoring win for the San Francisco 49ers.
Mr. Hendo.
I've hated 49ers since I first started watching football, but they have a really good team. But I hate Aaron Rodgers, but I'm going with the Jets. The Jets have one of the better defenses in the league. If Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy, the offense should be good. I don't think the 49ers can stop Breece Hall. They are without who's the one that got hurt in the Super Bowl? Not Fred Warner, the other one.
Dre Greenlaw. He's injured. You have Trent Williams, who's just coming back. Brandon Ayuk, who's just coming back. Christian McCaffrey is just coming off an injury. And Brock Purdy has looked horrible this offseason. So give me the Jets. Give me the Jets. I'm going to take the Jets.
All right. So that'll be our week one. We will be back. We'll let you know.
Who are you picking, Shug?
The 49ers.
You seem to keep forgetting to make picks yourself.
I said the 49ers.
You ain't saying nothing. You
so demanding, I swear.
And now he won't make eye contact with you now.
So I'm not coming back here no more.
Fixing something. All right. That was our picks. We're gonna tally those up next week, and we will let you know where we stand. So that's gonna be kept. We're gonna keep track of that, and by the end of the year, we'll see who gets a trophy. All right. We're gonna do now.
I thought it was over.
Don't be bringing up no funny shit.
Blind rankings. All right, here we go. Blind rankings. And And the subject, current
Star
NFL
Wars.
running backs.
Current
No,
NFL running backs.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Let's
Here
go.
we go. Chat.
Najee Harris, number
you can
10.
you can chime in. Here we go.
Yeah.
David Montgomery.
8.
8.
Stop biting. I'm like, God damn.
Remember, you guys got to agree upon it.
And we just see Broddy's the ultimate hater.
How?
Because if
Man,
I'd have been
look,
like, I'd been like 10, you'd be like, no, he's 8. And then because I agreed with you, now I'm he's one human that's never happy.
That's not
All
true.
right.
I'm always happy. Except when I'm here.
Wow. How? Wow.
And this is the guy you gave control of.
Here being on the internets.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, looks like I gotta look up something real quick.
What? How are you gonna do a list and not be ready?
No, I think I messed up on something. It's okay. We're good. All right. Brees Hall.
3.
Why you biting? I was saying 3 first. Why you biting?
No, don't give me that.
I was
bullshit.
like, me and Brodney here. It's the synergy. Now I gotta say something off.
3.
Oh, it's off.
All right. Alvin Kamara.
10.
9.
10.
9 or 10.
10. Watch you gonna come with some real bums later on. He gonna be like Najee Harris, and I'm like, oh, we should have saved 10.
Jonathan Taylor.
5.
6. 5.
Josh Jacobs.
7.
Ooh, chat's disagreeing with you guys. 4.
6.
Who did you have at 2? Look.
He put
Brees Hall?
Taylor. He was saying Jonathan Taylor's at 2, probably.
He was saying Brees Hall.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's
Josh Jacobs, where you guys want him?
6.
Okay.
You know, he might.
You good with that, Bronny?
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift.
9.
7.
7 or 9?
9.
Yeah, put him at. No, you put 7. 7. I'll say that 9 for that curveball.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Bruh. You know how many you got left?
Okay. Jamar Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jameer Gibbs, sorry.
4.
4. I said Jamal Gibbs. Racist.
Bijan Robinson.
He's gotta be 2. I think he's gonna.
Now it's going to be Saquon and Christian, and Saquon fans are going to be really upset.
Really upset.
What the hell? The hell happened? Oh,
nah, I don't think.
Right,
I'm telling you, one's gonna be Derrick Henry, and one's gonna be somebody else.
all right, Derrick Henry.
9.
9, okay, Hendo?
Sure. 'Cause I already know he about to hit us with some bull. He about to hit us with some bull right now.
And the last running back is
It's going to be Najee Harris, and
Okay.
then I'm quitting the show.
CMC.
See, that's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
I agree with it. Yeah, I think you should move Derrick down to like 11, but
You just a hater, bro. He's better than Najee Harris.
was this one for Derrick Henry, Jose?
That's
The
right.
ultimate homer.
That's right. We're projecting positivity. We gonna need him.
Better than the QB ranking.
QB ranking was amazing.
It was
Nobody care about
amazing.
Buck.
Yeah, and he has CMC 6.
This is how we know Buck don't know football.
Completely invalid.
Ouch.
CMC 6.
Bijan
Ouch.
number 1 with his 0,000-yard seasons.
Offensive player of the year coming in 6.
All right. Well, don't say
That's the show.
that. Well, before we get out of here,
Are you frozen?
yeah, you know what time it is. After some STV talk.
Right. You know why? NBA 2K25 coming out at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Word. I might not go to work tomorrow.
You're going to work tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Or you can stay home and then you got to do the Black History Fact. It's up to you.
Why?
Because it's just those are the choices. It's like a blind ranking. You just what it is.
It is what it is. Right now, the real show. Well, we were having a discussion before the show started, and it started getting really intense. Especially, I could tell Bronny gets intense because he stops smiling. Like, he smiles most of the time. I know, but when it's a real serious subject with him, he stops smiling and he just looks at me, and he just gives me this look, and just gives me this like that stare. Because I was. Why is it stupid?
It was stupid. Not what you, but just that sentiment in itself was stupid. She should be in the MVP conversation.
If you know what we're talking about all the because I had said to Brodney and Hendo that I was in a space with Cheryl Swoops. Currently, there is some drama going on, and I think most likely because he comes in here and steals my ideas. Jose will come tomorrow and talk about that. And they were in there talking. She was actually in there talking about the whole situation, and to be quite honest with you, she really doesn't need to explain anything to everybody. You know, I think it's getting really out of hand.
Yes, Caitlin Clark fans have been out of hand for about a year now.
Yep.
I think it's racist people getting out of hand, and I think they use her, and they're not really fans of her.
Right. Caitlin Clark.
No, yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely correct. And
she spoke about it. She said she doesn't like people using her name in that.
She spoke about it after
Eventually.
weeks and weeks and weeks of people asking her about it. She didn't want to say anything about that. And to be fair, I mean, you know, she shouldn't have to say anything about that, True. But it is what it is.
You know, but there's controversy because of Nancy Lieberman. She called the game between the Dallas and the Fever, and she then went on Stephen A. Smith's podcast talking about how she reached out to Cheryl Swoops and, you know, try to, you know, say, hey, what you said was incorrect. Cheryl Swoops has come back and said, oh, well, no, you never reached out to me, and then released text messages between her and Caitlin Clark. And it's all over the place. I know it's hard because, you know, you'll say that people say this, and Bronny will say when we've talked about when it comes to race and everything like that, you know, stick to basketball, but you really can't. This is a situation that is really taking over. You really can't, because look at the dynamic of the WNBA. It's a league that was primarily black women. There wasn't a lot of white women. You know, you look at the NBA back in the day, it was a lot of white males until black people came along and were able to play, just like baseball.
Good
you know,
just came along.
Well, being allowed to play the game. You know what I mean?
Ooh, they just came along.
Yeah, they just appeared.
Where did you come from? Now, first of all, it's a choice to bring race into it. If they want to bypass it, they can bypass it. If you want to say that Caitlin Clark's a great player, she is, and she's going to become possibly one of the all-time greats. But as of right now, you can't put her up on this pedestal. Like you were saying, oh, one of the greatest rookies ever. Have you not heard of a Candace Parker?
But here's the thing, but Hendo,
No, yeah,
I'm not saying the great.
Right.
No. I'm not saying the greatest rookie ever. I said one of the greatest rookie evers. We're not dismissing anybody else. You're just saying it's just like she's one of the greatest college players to play.
Well, you know,
she has
fans like to dismiss everyone else and just focus on Caitlyn.
I don't think so though. I don't think
because when I saw the tweet asking about whether or not she should be in the or who should be the league MVP, they were like for Asia Wilson, retweet for Caitlin Clark, and the tally was about 8,500 to 300 in favor of Caitlin Clark.
But that's just
dominating.
But you're just asking people to. You're
Caitlin Clark fans. That's what we're talking about.
But here's the thing though. You're asking people just to give their opinion. Is their opinion correct? Probably not. We all know Asia Wilson. Look, but here's the thing though. And what I was saying was Asia Wilson is going to be the MVP. I'm not saying Clark's going to win it, but she should be in the conversation.
No, she shouldn't. Let me ask you this. Why should she be in the conversation if you know she can't win it and shouldn't win it?
Why was Kobe Bryant in the conversation when we remember we had this conversation about Kobe when Nash won it? Kobe had better numbers, and then Nash. But you said, well, Nash was on a winning team,
and
we got in this whole conversation. It's kind of the same thing.
Listen to what you just said. Kobe had better numbers. Caitlyn doesn't have better numbers. Asia Wilson is dominating.
Again, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not saying she's better than Asia Wilson, but
why should she be in the conversation?
She's better. She's playing better than Stewart. She's playing better than Sabrina. Numbers wise, she is. You're right. Turnovers wise, she is. Assist wise, she is. She's out rebounding. She's out rebounding most guards. She's the leading in assist in the whole WNBA. If it was just among rookies, I would agree with you. She's the assist leader of the whole WNBA. So
Angel Reese is setting records rebounding. She's the leading rebounder in the NBA. She's the only person in the WNBA who averaged over 12 rebounds a game. Should she be in the MVP conversation?
Here's the difference. What's her offensive look like? No, what's her offense look like?
She's averaging 14 points a game.
But she's not turning the ball over. She's not leading the league in turnovers though.
Well, what's her shooting percentage?
What's Caitlin's shooting percentage? She ain't shooting well.
She's shooting better than she was. She's shooting 45% right now.
She's not shooting 45%. She is 26th in the league in overall field goal percentage, and I think it's 22nd in 3-point percentage. She is not shooting well.
Yeah. So
she was definitely part of NWA.
But this is my thing, Suge. You keep going from one thing to the next. Okay,
hold up.
When I'm talking about an MVP, when we're speaking about an MVP, we're not going to keep saying, well, what about this? How about that, though? This is going to negate.
But that's the point of MVP, Hendo. When you're the MVP, you're the most valuable person to a team. The Fever were not better than they were until Caitlin Clark got there.
But the best
player and even then, the
best player on the Fever is not even Caitlin Clark.
You mean the person that was on the team last year and they still had a losing record?
Oh,
that happens quite a bit, right?
No, it does happen. But it's opened up
was Scottie Pippen the MVP of the Chicago Bulls?
But Scottie Pippen, when Michael left, well, he got there when Michael was there. But when Michael left, they still had a good team.
But they sucked when Michael was there, and they were champions when Scottie got there. Is Scottie the best player in Chicago?
He was the second best player in that team.
Oh no!
But we can all agree. Can we all agree about that?
Was he the best player? Because that's what you're saying.
Right? Some people would argue, Rodney, that Pippen was a better partner.
They were bad, so she's the best player on the team. So Scottie Pippen was the best player on that.
I know she's no. She's the most important player on that team. I did not say she was the best player.
You just said she was the best player.
No, you said no. Hendo said she's not even the best player on the team. She's the best one. No, I said, but MVP is not about being the best player. MVP is about being the most important player. Because let's break it down like this: Asia Wilson right now. What are the Aces? The Aces are only 2 games up on the Fever. So if the Fever get past the Aces in the record, would it, because of Caitlin Clark, would it not make her one of the best players?
So it's only because of Caitlin Clark?
What then? Shouldn't the MVP?
No, the whole team. Should the MVP come into the 1 seed?
Yeah, if that's going to be your argument, should the MVP be coming from the 1 seed?
But what do we consider the MVP? Because me and you have had this argument a lot, Rodney. When I said Kobe should have got the MVP over Nash, and you were like, "Well, Kobe had a shitty team. His numbers weren't that great." All right, cool. What are you blowing on?
Candle.
But no, the reason that Kobe didn't win is because the team wasn't good, and Steve Nash's team was great, and he was putting up incredible numbers.
Okay, cool. So we're going to use that model.
Okay,
so now
not putting up incredible numbers.
She's not putting up. She's gonna be the first rookie. I think average. No rookie has ever averaged like.
We're not talking about
17. No. But she's gonna average 17, 9, and 5, I believe, this year.
We're not talking about rookie of the year. We're talking about MVP.
Okay, cool. We're talking about MVP. Is she not the most important person to the Indiana Fever? The Fever that finished last year.
Is that what it is? Is it the award for the most important player to the Fever?
What is it? What is the MVP?
The most valuable player in the league. It's the best player in the league.
Okay,
that's how they determine it.
So then, if that's the case, then why have we not picked the best player sometimes when it comes to MVP in most sports?
You picked the best player in that season.
So Nash was better than Kobe that season?
Yes.
No, he was not. Stop it, Hendo. Sorry, Brandy. Sorry. I didn't mean to call you Hendo. I didn't mean to disrespect you. My bad. I didn't mean that was disrespectful.
Oh, so you're taking 2 shots.
You have to be on a good team, and you have to be one of the top player in the season on a good team. Yeah, you're not going to win. Nobody's going to win MVP on a team that misses the playoffs in any league.
And so to your point, Suge, like you just said, the Fever are now relevant. They're winning more games, but she's not the best player on that team.
But also,
the player that is the best player on the team was not doing the same thing she was last year until Caitlin got there. Caitlin has made her a better player, and that's the thing. We all have this argument about like LeBron. He makes people better. That's the point of a good leader. That's all I'm saying. She's made the team better.
So she's the only one that made people better.
He came into a team that was ready to succeed because they'd been bad and they'd been drafting at the top of the draft for several years. They needed a player with her skill set. She came in and they're playing well. You look at Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, they came into a team that was not prepared at all to have players with their skill set, and that's why they're struggling. But again, Angel Reese has broken a WNBA record, and they're in the playoffs. Why isn't she in the MVP conversation?
Why is she not in the MVP conversation? Maybe she should be.
Oh, I'm asking.
Maybe she should be.
I'm asking.
Why? Why is she the second best rookie? Yes, absolutely. But is she playing better than Sabrina on the Liberty? Is she playing better than I'm gonna pronounce her name wrong? God dang it. From Dallas, Arike. Enrique. Is she better playing than Enrique?
No, isn't either. That's the point.
But she absolutely is.
But she absolutely isn't.
Not.
She absolutely is.
Okay.
Brianna
Stewart, you said Caitlin Clark is better than.
Is playing better than. Is playing better than.
On the number 1 team in the league, is averaging 20.5 points, 8.7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, a block, and under 2 turnovers. Tell me how she's playing better than her.
So what's Caitlin's numbers?
8.3 assists, 5.5 turnovers, I think 5 rebounds.
So she's pretty much on par with her stat for stat. And you just wonder if you want to bring up the turnovers, cool, the turnovers. What has her turnovers been since the Olympic break?
Hasn't been an award.
Still,
but she okay, cool. She's leading the league, but her numbers are right there with. Hold up, are her numbers not right there with Stewart? She's 1 point away. She's averaging 20. Caitlin's averaging 19. Okay, 1 point. Cool. She's averaging more assists, and she's a guard who's averaging 3 less rebounds than a forward.
Okay, and she's a forward who's averaging 4 assists and isn't turning the ball over at record rates.
They're a fast-paced offense. Didn't see that.
No one has ever turned the ball over like Caitlin Clark ever.
You're right. Cool. She turned the ball over. But if she was turning the ball over like that, and they were not a good team, that'd be different. I would agree with you.
How about she's not the most important person because she is turning the ball over like that and they're winning in spite of it. But this is
so
the problem.
hold on.
This is the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when we say Caitlin Clark smashed the turnover because crushed it. I mean, she did her best. She absolutely destroyed the turnover record, right? But it's but they're still good. She's still playing well. And then we say Angel Reese, and you're like, well, but she's not shooting well, so she's disqualified.
No, it's not disqualified. I'm saying
that
to
was
you,
the very first thing that you said. We said, is she in the MVP conversation? You said, what's her shooting percentage?
You did bring that up.
That's not what I said when you said that. I said you said she's been breaking records in the rebound, and she said, why is she not mentioned? I said, what's her shooting percentage?
Right,
that's what I said. Okay, so hold up.
Mentioned when she's broken the turnover record.
But what else has she broken? First rookie to ever get a triple double. Broken the record for assists as a rookie. Is going to break the record for most threes. I think most threes made by a rookie. She's going to break the record for the assists.
Which, by the way, is a bullshit record because she's just jacking up a lot of threes, which is why she broke that record. She's not shooting particularly well. But by the same token, Angel Reese broke the double-double record. Angel Reese broke the league double-double.
Let me ask you a question. When have we ever kept track of double-doubles ever in basketball?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I'm just asking.
When have you ever kept track of three-pointers made, Doug?
Since Steph Curry started and the Golden State Warriors started jacking them up.
How many does he make a year?
I don't follow the Golden State Warriors.
Okay, so
I follow the Lakers. I follow the Lakers.
Okay, how many threes Austin Reeves make?
He's not a good 3-point shooter.
That make a difference.
I think our best 3-point shooter, KCP. I mean,
for a number of years.
but I'm saying that the rest of the guys on the Lakers, they haven't really been good.
No, but again, my point is you don't keep track of 3-pointers made, but you went to that for Caitlin Clark.
I'm talking about assists too. I'm talking about her rebounding for as a guard.
No, that's
we can talk, but we talk about
because she did break the record. And then when I brought up a record that Angel Reese broke, you're like, who cares about that?
I never said that. I have never said that.
You said when do we keep track of double doubles? That's what you
double doubles. I said yes, double doubles because nobody's ever kept track of that. I've never seen a thing kept track about that.
But again,
if we're keeping track of it, that's fine.
You see the point? That's exactly what you're saying. You're saying, oh well, she broke the 3-pointers made record, and I said she broke the double double record. Who keeps track of that?
Just like you just said, who keeps track of the 3-point record?
I said that.
Okay, so
what you said about double double, Suge. You're not
okay. So that's fine.
Seeing the point here. The things that Angel Reese does get downplayed, and then the negatives about swept under the rug. Like
how did it get downplayed?
Said who keeps track of that to the record she broke.
The double doubles.
Yes.
Just because you said who keeps track of 3 points made.
I said in response to you saying who keeps track of double doubles. Should
you just said not 2 seconds ago who keeps track of 3 points made because she jacks them up?
Listen, I said it was a bullshit record. Because,
okay, there you go. So why? So then why is it a bullshit record for her, but it's not a bullshit record for somebody else?
Well, because she's not shooting well. That's why I said it was a bullshit record. But it is a record. I didn't say nobody cares who keeps track of that. I'm saying that you're implying something when you say, oh, she broke the 3-pointer record like she's a great 3-point shooter. She's not. She's an all right.
It's her first year in the league.
Who cares if it's her first year in the league? We're not talking about rookie of the year. We're talking about MVP. It doesn't matter if it's her first year in the league. That's why there's awards, Suge.
I understand that, but if she's made her team better, which is what an MVP is about, Why can't she just be in the conversation? I've already said she's not winning it, and she's not going to win it.
Why can't she just be in the conversation? Because we know who the MVP is, and it's not her, and it's disrespectful to A'ja Wilson to put her in the conversation because she's nowhere near the player that A'ja Wilson is. And the league and the fans, particularly Caitlin Clark fans who just showed up this season, don't respect the players who are at the top of the league and have been at the top of the league. That's why.
So is it disrespectful to Jokic when we were talking about other people being MVP of the NBA?
Why would that be disrespectful to Jokic when there are other players playing?
Because he's a
when there are other players playing
other than scoring.
Here,
other than the turnovers and the scoring, how is Caitlin not playing on the same, like, at least right below A'ja?
You know that Caitlin doesn't play defense, right? You know there's a whole half of the game that she just
play defense nowadays.
A'ja Wilson ain't one of them. So what the fuck are you talking about?
So it's because she played. Because all right, cool. Like it's just wild to me. Like you want to sit here, you want to point out someone's deficiencies, but someone points out another person's deficiencies. Why you got to bring that up? Like it doesn't make sense.
Like A'ja Wilson plays defense, so why are you putting her in a conversation with a person who's better than her on offense and better than her on defense?
Wait, so Steve Nash played defense and Kobe didn't?
Nobody said that, shit. What we said was Kobe's team was garbage, so he wasn't valuable to them at all. You know, the entire basis for your Caitlin Clark argument.
But Kobe was like first team defense.
The Lakers weren't good, were they?
At that time, no.
Were the Lakers good? Okay, so what are you talking about then? Because
okay,
is that the Fever are good now?
They are, and where are the aces?
Kobe's not in the conversation.
So where are the aces?
They're ahead of the Fever.
By how many games?
Thank you, Jeremy.
I don't know, a couple games. They're ahead of the Fever.
By 2 games. So if the Fever get ahead of them, they're a better team. So A'ja's
still a better player than Caitlin Clark.
I'm not saying she's not. She is.
Because again, you keep trying to use this argument, but why aren't you picking a player from the Liberty, who are the number 1 team in the league?
Because I've said she's better than Sabrina and Stewart right now. She's playing better than both of them.
So why are you asking me about if the Fever passed the Aces? It doesn't matter.
Because the consensus is A'ja Wilson is the MVP. So it doesn't. But you're asking me why am I not picking anybody from the Liberty? Well, because none of them because they're not even being talked about in the MVP conversation.
You know why they're not being talked about in the MVP conversation, Suge? Because people like you are talking about fucking Caitlin Clark, who doesn't deserve to be in the conversation. Okay. That's why it's disrespectful to those players. How is it
disrespectful to say a player is better? She's
not better than them. And she doesn't deserve to be in the conversation for MVP over them.
That is wild to me that you can't say someone is better and it's like, that's disrespectful.
She's not better.
But it's opinion based, right?
Okay, sure.
So how's that disrespectful to those players?
It's a disrespectful opinion. You know what? Will produce better than Michael Jordan at basketball, right? Is that disrespectful or no?
No. Because we know it's not true.
Oh, okay. Let me do one of your favorites.
Hold up. Is it disrespectful to say LeBron James is
better than Kobe Bryant?
Hold up. Because we know that's not true, though.
No, we don't know it's not true. It's opinion based.
We definitely know that's not true.
Just said.
We definitely.
You see how he switched up? Because when I said it about Michael Jordan, it was just like, no, it's not disrespectful. When I said it about Kobe, we know that's not true.
You believe Eddie Jones was better than Kobe Bryant?
No. I don't believe that. That's the point. I know that it's not true. That's why it's disrespectful to act like.
But we don't know if it's not true.
We do know it's not true because we were watching them play.
To say that Caitlin Clark is playing better than Brianna Stewart and Sabrina, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, from the Liberty is not disrespectful. Okay, it really isn't. Okay. And if you take it that way, it's wild.
I know you're in love with Caitlin. I just don't want
to. I'm not in love with her. I like watching her play. She's great. I like watching her play.
Okay.
In some ways, Kate Winslet is the poster player on the Fever. She was on the Fever last year, and they didn't go anywhere.
That means absolutely nothing in United.
Like,
why do you keep saying that bullshit?
How does that mean absolutely nothing?
It means nothing that just because that player was on the team last year that she's not important now, and they weren't winning.
It's not important. No, they. How are you
again?
Because that same player was there. Hold on.
Let me ask you again: was Scottie Pippen a better or more important player than Michael Jordan?
Let me ask you a question. If we take Caitlin Clark off the Fever, we know what the Fever are. We've seen it already. Last year,
you know what last year's Fever are.
They were on the same. They were all on the team.
And players grow, Suge. Players grow from season to season. They don't stay the same. Everybody doesn't stay the same. I'm no longer a rookie this year. I know what to expect from the WNBA. I work out a little bit more.
No, Mitchell wasn't a rookie. Mitchell had been in the league 6 years.
Listen, bro, so because I've been in the league 6 years, I can't get better.
She was putting up the same numbers as she is now.
You know what? Everybody in the WNBA is better because of Caitlin Clark. You got it, shit.
No, the Fever are a better team.
Everybody's better. Everybody is.
I'll tell you what, she's the least important player on that team because you have to rely on everybody else to make those shots to get those assists, right? I mean, what if we're just gonna say whatever?
If we're just gonna say whatever, okay, cool. If you want to say that, because the other player has to make the shots, but she puts them in position to make the shots.
Sometimes
she gives Greg. Sometimes,
very often she puts the other team in position to score by turning the ball over.
Sure.
More often than anyone in the history of basketball, of women's basketball.
Sure. Yep. And yet she's still able to perform, and their team is still winning.
Cool.
Hey, you know how has the most interceptions in NFL history?
I do.
As a rookie.
As a rookie, yeah.
Yeah. Who?
Peyton Manning. And then he got much better, and he stopped turning the ball over.
Yep.
She hasn't gotten better yet.
That's true.
She's gotten much better.
Oh, okay.
If you're telling me, if you're watching her, and you're saying she hasn't gotten better.
I'm saying she's played one season. I'm saying she's played one season, and in that season, she broke the turnover record. Next year, I don't expect her to break the turnover record or come close to breaking the turnover record. I think she's going to cut down on the turnovers quite a bit. But she's played one season and she broke the turnover record. Just like Peyton Manning played one season and broke the interception record.
Enrique should be in the conversation.
No, she shouldn't. They suck.
Candace Parker, I believe, was the only one. We just have the worst team, Suge. I want to say they have the worst team. Hey, you want to go into that conversation? People argue that Lamar should have won the MVP, but he was on the best team, and that's the reason he won it. People argue that Josh Allen should have won the MVP. There's other people who said other quarterbacks deserve it. I don't know. No, it's not heated. We're just having a conversation. Clark's not there yet. It's okay. She will get more talent around her, and turnovers will go off. Not MVP this season. She's not an MVP this season. But
why so much she should be in the conversation if you know she's not an MVP? That makes no sense. You know what? I know that Steve Nash doesn't play defense at all, but we should put him in Defensive Player of the Year conversation.
She's not in Defensive Player conversation.
You're not.
That would be disrespectful. That would be disrespectful.
Why?
That would be disrespectful.
All opinions.
That would be disrespectful.
It's all opinions, sir.
Sometimes.
No, it's always all opinions.
People get so emotional, so invested.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not emotional. I'm perfectly calm.
And by the way, like you talk about these differences in stats like they mean nothing. Like, oh well, Brianna's only a point ahead of Caitlin Clark's only leading the league in assists by 0.8.
Okay. She's still leading the league in assists.
I'm saying, so shut the fuck up about how little a lead somebody has on her in scoring. They're still leading. That's the
okay,
point.
cool. They're still leading. That's fine. I don't think it's that by 0.8.
Yes, I'm looking at it right now. Over Alyssa Thomas.
See, now you got to look it up because it makes a difference because it's Caitlin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking it up.
Who's a forward?
Am I not allowed to look it up?
No, it's the fact that you talk about. No, it's not that little.
I didn't say. I just said I wanted to look.
Yeah, 8.4 to 7.6.
Sorry, I was looking at something else.
Asia Wilson
I'm
is
not-
a 3-point shooter than Caitlin Clark, by the way, as well.
Yeah, because she was missing a lot of threes. That's what it happened. Okay. Still
I'm
shooting
just saying,
pretty
like,
decent.
those are her strengths, and he's not real great at them. That's right, though.
Shooting percentage.
All right, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about Caitlin Clark all night.
I mean, it's better than talking about the Ravens. So. We were supposed to be talking about Caitlin Clark, and y'all gotta.
Yeah, it's us.
Yeah, and you got butt hurt, and here we go.
I didn't get butthurt about anything. We were having a conversation.
When we talk about Caitlin Clark, you always get confrontational.
I do not. How was I? How anywhere? How was any? There was nowhere in there that I get confrontational.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't call Brodney names. Brodney actually cussed at me a few times. I didn't call him names.
First of all, he cusses at you on a regular. I don't see what's new to that.
He does not cuss on me on a regular. He only cusses at me when we disagree about something.
That's not
It's
true.
the only time he ever. It's the only time he cusses at me.
That's not true.
That's very true.
That's absolutely not true.
100% true. You only cuss at me when
That's right, Weezy.
I'm not defending a white woman, but she's a good player. I'm sorry.
No one
Nobody-
never
Like, why I don't understand why we get so angry when we say someone's a good player.
That's why people get angry, because you're being disingenuous. Nobody said she's not a good player, and you know that's not what the conversation's about. It's about this white girl who came into this straight white girl who came in the league and is getting more hype, more attention, more love than all of the players who have been there, whether they're better than her or not. And also, they're pitting her against the other top rookie in the league and tearing her down all season long, who also happens to be black. And they did it to her in college. Now they're doing it to her in the WNBA. Nobody anywhere has said Caitlin Clark can't play. Nobody said that. But when anybody points out any negatives about Caitlin Clark, then it's all you're hating and all.
What about this person? What about that person?
Because again,
then they turn around and do the exact same thing.
Hold up. So you say when they point out all the negatives to Caitlin Clark, but when you point out the positives, it's she didn't earn that, or she didn't really do that.
It is a reaction to the Caitlin Clark fans who tear down everyone who's not named Caitlin Clark. And you see this in a lot. It happens in sports all the time now. It's not always because of race, but it happened with LeBron when he came in the league because he had so much hype. People attack him because of the amount of hype that they feel that he got that was unearned. You know, people did that to Jordan early on in his career. They do it when players get unearned hype.
But here's my question: how is it unearned when you're the leading scorer of the NCAA of all time?
Because she had never played in the WNBA, and she got to the WNBA, and she was not playing well. That's how it was unearned. You know she wasn't playing well at the start of the season.
She wasn't. I 100% agree.
Still got all the hype.
What? Because she was coming out of college the best player.
And then got to the league, and she wasn't playing well.
Did LeBron play well his first year?
Yes. He played great his first year. What are you talking about?
Me?
Did he?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you're reaching.
How's it reaching? Sometimes you come in, if you come in late, you just don't play well. It's your first year. She's a rookie. That's understandable.
It is understandable.
But you're missing the whole point.
Is that the hype train doesn't continue for those people. They don't get put into the MVP conversation. They don't get she should be on the All-Star team. She should be on the Olympic team. She wasn't playing well. That's what turns people against her.
They were against her when she first walked in. The first game she had 10 turnovers and people were just praising it. Oh,
because this
started
a couple years ago because she was getting hyped through the roof, even though she was getting beat in the NCAA tournament.
No, she was getting beat in the championship game, not in the NCAA tournament.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I wasn't part of the fucking tournament, Shug.
No, because she was beating better teams.
By the way, she's not the first person to come into the league as the leading scorer all time in the NCAA. She wasn't. She didn't come in. She's not the first person to come in as the best 3-point shooter in college basketball. They didn't get the hype that she did
because she was taking her team to the national championship. And we know, and we can all. You can say what you want, but she was one of the best. She was the best player on her team.
Nobody said
took her team to the national championship
and lost
every time.
Hendo. Everybody says it. Oh, she's not a all-time great. You need to win a championship. Like all of a sudden now, that's the qualifier to be an all-time great. Nobody said she was better than Dana Taurasi.
But no. That is the problem. That is the problem. When she came into the league, they tried to make her seem better than everybody that came before her. And this is where all the resentment came in. So when she struggled, everybody celebrated it because Caitlin Clark.
No, hold up. Because
I gave you 20 minutes to talk. God damn. Can somebody finish a fucking sentence?
No, you can't.
They went to Breanna Stewart, who won 4 straight national championships, and asked her if Caitlin Clark was one of the all-time greats. That's some bullshit. Wait, and what do you mean? When did it become? When did championships become the measure? Like that's always been it. Always. That's why you don't hear Dan Marino's name when you talk about the all-time great quarterbacks, even though talent-wise he is one. Right? That's why Tom Brady's number 1, even though he's not the most talented quarterback. That's why Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. It's the 6 rings. Period. You know, this is why you can't argue with Caitlin Clark fans. You're being disingenuous. You know championships matter. They matter in every sport.
They matter. They do matter. But nobody was disqualifying anybody saying, like, the reaction is they were saying, oh, she's the greatest of the time. Nobody said that. They said she's one of the greatest.
No. A lot of people said that. A lot of people were saying that she was the greatest college basketball player ever. And that's why the reaction came. Because like, no, she's not. She hasn't won anything. That's why that reaction came. Show
me a clip where someone said that she's the greatest of all time.
All right, sure. Whatever, bro.
I'm just saying, show me.
No, you're just defending your girl. I know you're defending. Like that's just
stop saying my girl. I like her as a player.
I'm not gonna say it because that's all you're doing. You know that the hype that she's getting is different from everyone else. You know that. And it's not because she's that much better than everybody else. Because she's not.
Yeah.
I mean, again, did Breanna Stewart get this hype coming in? Because she was a 4-time national champion.
Yes, on the Connecticut Huskies.
And there you go. But Caitlin Clark was the best player. Yeah, in fucking Iowa.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares if she can just jack up threes all night and nobody's going to stop her because she's the best player in Iowa? Who gives a shit? She didn't win anything.
Won the Big Ten championship. Won the Elite Eight, Final Four.
Cool.
I mean, it's like, again, and this is what I'm talking about. It's just the dismissal of what she's done. That's what's wrong. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Shug. When we talk about sports, we always talk about people winning their division and winning the conference championship. You're not bullshitting at all right now. We always talk about McNabb as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time because he went to 5 conference championship games, right? We don't. We don't. What do you mean we don't? What the fuck are you talking about? We always talk about the Carolina Panthers and how great they were for winning 3 straight division championships in the NFC South, right? A thing that had never been done before, right? You've heard that. You heard that all the time, right? Yeah.
Okay. We don't talk. We don't talk about it. Come on.
No, we don't. Win.
It's brought up. I don't know. I don't follow the Panthers.
So. No, so why are you saying it's brought up? You've never once had a conversation about that.
About the Panthers? Because I don't follow the Panthers.
You just said we talk about it. You've never once had a conversation.
I've seen people talk about it.
Who?
I've seen people on sports shows.
No, you haven't. They don't talk about the Panthers, period, on sports shows. Like, no matter
Yes,
what
they
it is.
do. Oh, get out of here! You do a whole show on the Panthers.
We are YouTubers.
You're a famous YouTuber.
No.
Yes.
But
all right, we gone too long. We got.
You shift the goalpost for Caitlin Clark because
I'm not shifting any goalposts.
Yes, you are. Because you
I am
shift
not.
the goalpost for Caitlin Clark because people want her to be the greatest. She's the great white hype. That's what she is.
I don't want her to be the greatest. I like the way she plays. I like how she. Am I not allowed to like a player?
You can like whoever you want.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to. Y'all get mad. All right.
No, nobody's.
We're out of here.
Like a player, we're getting mad the way you defend her and shift the goalpost and make disingenuous.
Nobody's shifting the goalpost, and nobody's making disingenuous arguments.
When did winning championships become the bar? That was
Nobody said that. No, I didn't. I said what when people say she was one of the greatest college players to play, people get mad. Oh, she didn't win a championship, so how can she be a great? She set records. Records that.
When did that become the bar?
When did it become to say that you're a greatest? So let me ask you a question: is Dan Marino not one of the greatest scorpions to play all time?
You're seriously going to use an example that I said.
Okay, here we go. Hold up. Is Charles Barkley one of the greatest players to ever play?
No.
Now who's being just a genuine? Okay, I don't want to argue anymore. I don't want to argue about that.
Where do you put Charles Barkley?
Depends what we're talking about. Is he a top 75 player of all time? Yes. Is one of the top 5 forwards of all time? Well, top 10 forwards of all time? Yes.
Okay. When you say one of the greatest of all time, you're talking about the best of the best, and no one mentions Charles Barkley in that conversation ever.
No, nobody ever says he's one of the greatest of all time.
No, not when you're talking about the greatest players of all time. Nobody ever mentions Charles Barkley.
We're talking about college.
No. We're talking about any sport, period.
Okay, any sport. Okay.
You don't win a title in your sport. No one is ever going to mention you as as the best of all time. That's the way it goes in every sport.
That's if you're talking about the best player of all time. Yes, you're talking about a great player. Great player. They talk about Karl Malone being a great player. He never won anything.
But that's not the argument that people are having, Suge. And you know that's not the argument that people are having. I gave you the example. They went to Breonna Stewart and asked her, "Is Caitlin Clark one of the greatest players of all time? Greatest college players?" And she
what's
said
wrong?
No. And she said, "No, you have to win." And
people did win. She did win.
No, she didn't.
She didn't win a championship, but she won.
Bro, like, why are you acting like anybody means anything other than a championship when they say you need to win? This is exactly the point. You're being disingenuous because you know when someone says they didn't win or they need to win, you're talking about a championship.
But you got to have context. Breonna Stewart was on Connecticut, UConn, a great team. Did Caitlin Clark have a great team in Iowa?
Yes. How do you think that team got to back-to-back national championship games? Because Caitlin's the best ever. No, it was a great.
No, she was one of the best ever. But okay,
it was a great team.
And how many of those players are playing in the WNBA right now?
Here we go. At least one that I know. One. The rest of them are still in college. Should. Because I remember when you tried to make that argument before, when you said that there weren't any other professional players on that team. How'd that go?
There was only one.
Yeah, but you said there were none.
Well, there were at the time.
And now, what do you mean at the time? At the time, there weren't any. Caitlin wasn't in the WNBA. Like you try to tear down everyone around Caitlin Clark to make her look better.
Who's tearing them down? Nobody's tearing them down.
You weren't tearing them down when you said that she didn't have any good teammates at Iowa?
I said she didn't have. I said she didn't have the teammates that South Carolina, LSU had.
No.
Yes, because we had this argument. We had this argument, and y'all were trying to tell me, "Oh no, that's not true."
No. You said she didn't have any good teammates there.
That's
what you said.
The teammates compared to South Carolina and LSU No, her teammates were not on that same level.
That's not the arguments you made. You said she didn't have any good teammates there.
Did she have a teammate like Raven Johnson? No. Did she have a teammate like Flage?
She has a teammate who's getting minutes on the best team in the WNBA. So yes, she did. Just because you don't want to give them credit, just so you can build up Caitlin Clark more, doesn't make it true.
Wait. She's getting minutes playing off the bench. She has that. Come on.
What do you mean? Come on. She's playing on the best team in the WNBA. Like you just want it to be, oh, Caitlin Clark did it all by herself. Oh, she didn't have.
I don't.
Yes, that's the exact argument that you made, Suge, that she didn't have any help and she did it herself. That's the exact argument that you made.
No, she got them there pretty much on her back.
By herself? No, she didn't. It was a great team. That's how they got there.
We'll see. When this year starts, we'll see how Iowa does.
Okay. So foolish.
We'll see. No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
If she was on South Carolina, they were still winning a ring. But she beat South Carolina, the number one team. They had Aaliyah Boston and Cardosa. But anyway, we'll see. What was he saying? We'll see. Well, I guess we'll be talking about this tomorrow because apparently Jose is going to have this. So we'll see tomorrow. But that's going to be it. We went way longer than we were supposed to. Everybody have a good night. Appreciate you hanging by. Talk to y'all later.